inspecting him is complete. There are no more clues now. What I want to know is, where's that box gone? Are these shoes?
Yes, we're looking for a box.
Let's see if they're Carrie's boots. No.
These boots don't match the footprints.
That was a really funny squelchy sound.
Can I ask her? She might know about the box.
Yes,
Do you know about his box?
if you don't mind my asking.
Peter's private papers.
Your
Oh
husband's
my.
private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Or misplaced?
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Turns out there's lots of things that
Thank
you
you,
don't know
madam.
about your husband.
Mmm. Mmm.
Maybe that's Illustrad. Okay, dialogue tree. To prove how smart and Sherlock
Mr.
Holmes we are.
Mm.
What do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
I too
And why
think
is that?
that.
Mm.
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof. You've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed.
Knife blade.
What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Yes, indeed.
Aha. So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Right, let's try talking to her again.
Who could do such?
Just not having it. Oh well.
Should we set up the...
Yeah, I guess so. It seems like we're out of options.
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
Yep. Do you need imagination vision to imagine an ambush? I don't understand this game. I'm lost. What about rather than sort of at the window, next to it? What the hell is going on? I imagine if these shutters were open, they would look different from what they do now. Look. Like. Weird.
This looks like the
We just
perfect
walked there
hiding
from the
place.
wrong side.
Fucking hell, that was hard work. Right. I'm back in the zone.
Okay.
I like this game. That was just a dumb problem that it had.
Of course, one must only ever walk clockwise around a shed.
I believe it's called Widdershins.
Look at this really obvious peeking.
Shh. Did you hear that?
Don't, if you're going to say that, don't say shush so loudly. Don't shush me. Shush, shush, bot.
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there.
Well, we'd better be right behind him. Or if we go in there and he's impaled as well.
Don't know why I needed to do that walk.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent?
Prove
What are
it.
you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I
JHN.
didn't.
Do you deny that
Nelligan.
you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't.
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard.
No, don't.
Tomorrow,
Let's keep talking to him.
No, shoot him.
The judge.
What? But you can't. I'm not. It's a terrible mistake.
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge.
At
You're coming
the
with me to
yard.
the yard.
But
In light of recent
What?
events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
I too would. He has a very appealing manner and a fetching hat. He doesn't seem like he would have giant feet.
Yeah.
And that's,
It is his books, though.
yes, Hopley Nelligan. Well, no, not necessarily.
Right. What are we doing, Hopley Nelligan?
Examine Nelligan's belongings.
Do you belong here, Hopley Nelligan?
Mr. Holmes?
Yes, sir.
Do any of you know anything about me other than I'm called Mr. Holmes?
Do they need to?
This is a sailor. Do you think that he's related?
I think so. Where are we? Oh, we're at the police station.
We're at
Good morning,
the
Mr.
yard.
Holmes. Can I help you?
Yes.
Good morning, Constable. I would like to
Don't
speak to
do
the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
Holmes is given an unusual amount of leeway by the police to just wander in.
Yeah, he is just a bloke after all.
Hello, I'm a clever bloke and I'd like to investigate everything around here. Investigate some of these doors.
Let's go. Oh, let's go into the mortuary.
Cool.
What have we got in here then? Huh?
Sinks. 2 sinks. 1 for cleaning hands, 1 for cleaning...
Bodies?
Yeah. That might be Peter in the bed. Peter?
Peter, wake the fuck up!
I know you're in there, Peter.
Evidence room. Let's look at the evidence first.
Yes. Let's look at all their evidence.
These
Just
are the
contaminate
suspect's
this.
belongings.
Okay, so John Hopley
We
Nelligan.
found on Peter Carey's cabin floor.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take his ring.
Inscription from
Rosario Dawson.
R. Dawson.
to my friend and
And partner.
partner.
1883. To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
Hmm.
I have no idea where to look for that.
Okay, maybe it will come up later.
A pocket
Pocket
knife.
knife.
It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
Hmm.
Locked.
Hey,
He's in there.
Pinkles.
Mr. Holmes?
Good.
Mr. Holmes.
Yeah? You scared? You scared of me?
This is good.
Mind games.
Yeah.
What's he doing? He's just running around in circles around me. Gold ring. Now
Yes.
let's make a profile of him.
Hat.
Shabby cat.
What's unusual about this chap is that he seems rather unkempt, but he has all of this personalized initialed items, which makes me think they maybe don't belong to him, and that he is being set up to some degree.
Yeah.
Bad hands. He's a working man. What about, is it the stitching or something?
Thin neck.
Thin neck. That's weird.
Let's ask him about
The
this gold
police
ring.
seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Engraving?
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the
such
ring?
a good name.
The ring
Nelligan!
is mine.
In what sense?
Is this
What
gonna-
about father's jacket?
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring
Oh,
belonged
yeah.
to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford.
yeah,
You
that's
do
what
not
you
seem
said.
to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably
Looks
your
shit on you,
father.
Mr. Nelligan.
With your father gone and
You're
taking with
looking
him
like
the
a
family's
tiny
wealth,
little
as
clown
a
man,
little boy, you had to find
Nelligan.
yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
That's what I thought.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
There's a reason they call me good at working things out, Holmes.
They do call me that. Notebook.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yeah.
Just taking evidence.
Where did you find it?
Yeah.
I did not know. I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do
I
these
nicked it
abbreviations mean?
off of a table I saw
no.
earlier.
I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
It's so sinister.
The sea knife was
Great.
found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan,
Mr.
did
Nelligan.
Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
Do you wish to be hung for murder,
Well,
Mr. Nelligan,
I will see you
or are you
soon,
going
young
to
man.
remove your trousers?
Please let me go. I'm innocent.
Oh, let's do some.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. What's this new one?
Experiment.
Need to find out whether an unskilled and untrained man could use a harpoon well enough to kill by fully piercing a body.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that
So
Watson
let's-
will be able to oblige.
To the morgue, I guess.
Hey, Watson, come here.
Is it cool if we try and pin this body to the wall?
What's this?
No, come on, we need to try and work these out. We're homies. That's what I was going to suggest.
What's this one?
Retrieving the notebook.
Breaking attempts were made in order to recover the notebook that had been lying in the pool of the victim's blood. To prove the guilt of the person who made these attempts.
I disagree. Missing tin box breaking attempts? We must have tried that. Yeah. I think we're done. I don't think there's anything else, any other combination we haven't done. Yeah, I guess we'll go out.
Let's go Baker Street.
Yes. I like the fact that you're able to revisit locations, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shame there doesn't seem to be more that you can investigate. They're pretty minimalist.
Okay, so we've just got questions about this name Dawson.
Yeah.
So I've got archives at 221B.
Oh yeah, of course that would make sense. Yeah, well let's have a look.
This is where I
Dawson.
keep my post.
Yeah.
And this is where I keep other things.
This is where I keep my shit.
RT.
Okay.
So they're going to be, if we look for a subject that's related.
That is not the one I need.
Rod?
That is not the one I need.
Well, you know which one it is that you need, then.
Religious symbols.
That is not the
just
one
going to
I
have to go through them all, aren't
That is not the one.
we? Scotland,
That is not the one.
London.
That is not the one I.
That is the
That
one
is
I
not.
need.
That is. That is.
Is,
That is
it's
not-
not even like there's
That
a
is not.
If we could
That
actually
is
see
not-
the books and see
that
when they
is-
were dated or something,
that is-
then it would be like a puzzle.
That is
Oh,
Oh, there's more. Okay. 1883.
Dawson and Elegant.
No.
here. It is. Now
Right.
I begin to understand.
I think it's just we're not understanding,
But I am
like,
still unclear as to what connection
Yeah, it's,
with the murder. It is time to ask him.
He's not very good at notifying the player what the tools are.
are you finished tidying up my shit yet, Watson?
Did you pick up all of my bullets, Watson?
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No,
But we
dummy.
do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment
I
then?
keep forgetting it's called Black
Is something
Peter.
bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is.
Okay,
Watson.
Watson's not
But if
been
that is
here.
the
It's just
case,
like
then it alters.
I've not been to talk to him.
I don't know,
I
Holmes.
don't
You've
quite
not.
follow.
You've
Tell
been
me,
gadding
what
about
is
all
the
day.
element
You
of
turned
I've
up.
been trying to get hold of you.
Morphologically, I
He
mean.
turned up, just looked at your bookshelf, going, "That is not the one I need. That is not the
Oh, you're
one
all
I
right
need."
there, Holmes.
Okay, so
Quack!
do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I
I
want
wish
to
to
impale
impale
one with the harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the
A
harpoons
well-fed
on the wall
pig
of
is going to
Black
be
Peter's
way
cabin should do
bigger
quite
than a
nicely.
dude's body, though, for
Yeah,
impaling purposes.
yeah, you're right.
I don't think you've thought this through, Holmes. Where are we going? Whitechapel?
I'll go back to Scotland Yard to ask him about Dawson.
Okay.
I'm feeling like I want to,
Oh, hello. You're here, are you? I see.
yeah, are you trying to help?
What insight do you have on the crimes? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right, just quickly. Yes, Dad had a business. What was your dad's business?
Tell me about your father. What did he done?
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
We've all
Joshua
heard it.
Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway on his
Hammerfest.
small yacht,
Hammerfest.
just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He
Isn't that
left
in
my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on
Oh,
board.
so as
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we
what
are
I was
making
trying
some
to
progress.
say before I was so rudely interrupted.
Interesting.
Some kind of buried treasure.
Joshua Nelligan and Peter
Okay.
Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some
No
connection
way,
between
man.
Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's
No way,
disappearance.
Jose. So something about boats.
We need to look at the ship's logs.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's go to
I
Whitechapel.
need to take a harpoon with me.
Oh,
Go to the. What? We need to take a harpoon to the. Oh yeah, no, I suppose. It's easier to carry a harpoon than a pig.
yeah, as the old saying goes.
And you're not going to look as weird if you're taking a harpoon in your own private carriage.
Yeah. Don't mind me, Bitterman. I'm just here with the pig. Come on, honey. I'm really enjoying this game. All its flaws.
It's fun.
It's
1883.
This feels like the kind of
This is the
game you
crudest
don't
of the
see
sea
that much
unicorn.
these days. Like it feels like it's something from about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Is the crew. This log
This?
notes for June. Log notes for July. Nothing special.
Okay.
Canadian
So
Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
So in the archives, there was something else labelled 1883, wasn't there? That was seen, that I got distracted by when you were looking at the real thing.
Yes. Oh, that's a task for Wiggins. Not found Wiggins yet.
Well, send him to the task.
ASM, TY, BRS, OTMMTI. Are these all crew members?
That sounds plausible. Or senior business
That
partners
should
or
do
something.
it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
Now I am ready to this.
Nobody cleaned that blood up.
Or should we go and do the...
Let's go to Whitechapel. Let's get on with this pig business.
Yeah. I think it's pig time. It's of a pig importance.
So we're at the pig place.
Any clues? Any clues here? I'll go with the pig.
Have they already put an X on the
Well,
pig
Here we are in the preparation
for us to
room.
harpoon?
I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
Have we checked
little
with the
experiment.
butcher that this is
Stand
cool?
aside, Watson. This might be dangerous.
Because it's
I am
not just
well
like
practiced in this
ruining,
exercise yet.
you know, a piece of
Holmes,
meat
you should aim for the mark
that is their
in order to
business,
perform
but
the most
also
reliable
driving it
tests.
into the wall.
Yeah. Oh, right. Let's aim for the mark. Okay. Oh, a little bit of rock. Hold breath.
Whoa. This is intense.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Hold breath.
Holmes, you should try to aim.
Right, okay.
Surely we don't think that they just threw the... they must have just run into them with it.
This is really hard.
It looks hard.
Right.
Nope.
Right. Hit the same place every time.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson?
I
Throwing
don't
a
know that it
harpoon
is,
and pinning a
Holmes.
man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
Are you saying that
If
I
it
had
was luck, then it
diabolical
was a
luck for
chance of
Holmes?
1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right.
Why is the
Before we
harpoon
go, I
glowing?
suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Why did we not? Did we
No,
not just use the
please.
same one each time?
Of course.
Why did we use a fresh one?
One can never be too careful when it comes to harpoonery.
Right. Pins to the wall.
Pin to the wall. Strength requirement. Brain thing. Lucky throw.
So
Feet of strength.
strong feet.
And we know their feet were big, so they probably were strong. Interesting.
I like that. I think it's a feat of strength, though.
I agree.
I don't think it was luck.
To me, it doesn't look like there's enough space within that cabin to throw it.
Yeah, it wouldn't get up enough speed. Let's go to Baker Street 'cause we've got to send Wiggins on a mission.
Let's. And maybe look in the archives.
Yeah. Wiggins should be somewhere at Baker Street.
In Watson's bedroom. Oh!
Oh, Watson told me that you wouldn't be back for a while.
I was merely testing these petticoats for crimes.
Disguises!
Disguises.
Something
Any
new,
luck with the
Watson.
case,
I
Holmes?
have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn
What's a
what
sea
happened to
unicorn?
Milligan's father.
I'll see
I have
unicorn
only
in
to find
court.
them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard,
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
I thought we were
The
going to
secret
go
police
to
division of Baker Street.
You mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
A watch? Summoning urchins. I'm beginning to think that Holmes is the witch.
Yeah.
There's a cat. Is that a cat?
Dog.
It's a dog.
It's Toby.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
That is a
service, Mr. Holmes.
that is a Nintendo
Wiggins,
64
I need you to track down certain
face if
people
ever
for
I've
me.
seen one.
I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our
Yeah.
gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a
Not
famous
so
lawyer.
bad up close.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Fascinating, you
Sailors?
shit.
Yes,
Easy.
whatever.
Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Oh, prostitutes.
Mm.
Kids, stay away from them.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
He looks really
Thank you.
bog-eyed.
What is
I'll be
this
there shortly.
comedy policeman voice?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Holmes, but I think I think you might like to take a look over this little thing we got going on at the station. Oh, Mr. Holmes, I think we've got a problem. Looks like there's been a crime as well. Oh, the crime's got it all in. You should see the crimes we got down at the station, Mr. Holmes. You wouldn't believe it. Quite.
I'm sure.
I'm sure I would believe them. I just can't believe that they let you on the force. You horrible man. Well, bless my soul. Oh, yeah, Sherlock Holmes. Whoa!
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you
Howling.
have him here?
Yes, he refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Oh yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence.
There's lots of...
At your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
I like this Sherlock Holmes.
He's so sassy. He's great. He's very Rickman-esque.
Yes.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
You've
These are the suspect's belongings.
come across some clues.
Liam Hurtley's old
them.
boots. They're a
They
size
look
9.5.
comfy. I'll take those.
Oh, unless...
The paper.
Stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals.
Back to the...
What?
Pen. Nothing unusual.
Why are we just grabbing things? I'm not even looking at them properly. These look good.
These are the suspect's belongings.
How do you use these
I wonder if
later?
these are connected.
Comparing these with...
Okay.
8...
CPR.
Oh, I see.
Canadian Pacific Railway.
Yeah,
Now
8.
we have the proof.
So
that
these
none
are
of the
businesses?
papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
Okay, because that's the number on the missing papers. Break-in attempt.
Yeah. Retrieving the notebook, looking for papers.
I don't know. I'm not too distrustful of Nelligan at the moment.
It's not so much that I don't trust him, so much as I don't believe he's capable of the
Yeah.
murder. I think the looking for papers things makes more sense. Also, I mean, yeah, based on what he said about thinking that he'd just dropped his notebook somewhere,
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced that he went there looking for it. If I were Hermes, I would just go and ask Nellie. Just be like, hey...
Please escort this suspect
was it because of this
for
or this?
interrogation.
Just gauge his reaction.
Allow me to introduce
Allow
myself.
me to
My
make
name is
myself
Sherlock
more
Holmes.
comfortable.
I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely. And considering your situation, it might be
He's
wise
holding
to
a
speak
pipe,
with
but not
someone
holding
who
a
is,
pipe.
shall we say, rather more neutral.
He's doing the
You are a
I'm
suspect in a
pretending
murder
to check
case.
my nails thing.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you
You're
at
not
least
wrong.
tell me who you are and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
Or I
My
may
name
kiss the
is Liam
information from
Hurley.
your lips.
That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well,
Are you saying you
we shall
can
see.
tell me? Alright, so what have you...
Ears. I shall look at his ears to see who was his father. Moustache.
Oh,
Neck scar.
old scar. Old scar. Oh.
Handkerchief.
Oh, we've seen the crested tit before.
We have.
That was
He's such a tit.
that was on
What size are his booties? Plant
Plant
remains.
He was
Gardener.
the
He's the secret gardener. Gardener's hands.
He stole a pair of
The
garden-
final nail in his coffin.